last year within the competition, it was Mozambique who had the upper hand, going all the way to clinch that bronze medal. However, it is a new year, new teams, and they both get an opportunity to start off of a new slate. The two coaches are highly amped. They know each other well. So today it will be who has that magic card to trick their opponent. Let's see as to what these coaches had to say ahead of this encounter. It's Coach Sibanda as well as Coach Victor. Coach, welcome to your first day. How much momentum did you take from the showings from last year's competition?
Oh, well, so this competition, so we came here to play this tournament. So we have to say thank you, COSAFA, for to give this opportunity to the ladies to play football. We'll try to do our best. As you know, last year, so we stayed in fifth position. We played against Zimbabwe semi-final. So we respect Zimbabwe. It's got a good team. It's got a good players. So we'll see a surprise today. We bring some players which we're playing for under 20. And then so we're going to try to do our best so in order to qualify to the next stage.
Interesting thing that this becomes your first game. You finished in third, they finished in fourth. Now, because you know each other, how have you switched your style of play so that you're not predictable to them?
Okay, so we won last year, but this is a new year. Everything is possible. 15% for Zimbabwe and 15% for us. Both are good teams. Has got a good coach, and then Mozambique a good coach too. So we try to do our best, and then so if it's possible, we're going to try to develop our results of last year.
Let me know about the players that you've brought into this competitions and the ones that will be starting.
Okay, well, so we have some players which last year they was playing under 20, and some of them they hasn't got experience playing in senior team, but as we train our according to our philosophy of the game, so they will try to do their best in the field, in the ground. We'll keep possession. We'll not give a space Zimbabwe to think, so we'll make a high pressure for them.
Well, high pressure game. I hope it will be all the best.
Okay, thank you very much, and all the best for Zimbabwean team.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay, thank you very much.
Coach, welcome back. Your first game up against Mozambique. You saw them last year. They finished in third, you finished in fourth. Does this set you up well as a first game in a new competition?
It's good to be back here, but I think as far as I'm concerned, you know, sometimes you don't need to dwell really on the past results. Sometimes, we can just focus on that and see how we got forth, what can we improve, where can we be better today. Otherwise, we're not going to focus on the result that we got last year. We're just going to approach this game as a new game.
When you came in last year, the conversation was mainly about the ban as to how you're going to come back. You finished in fourth, which was pretty good considering that you're out of action. What is the conversation now, and how much momentum is there within your team?
Yeah, of course, yeah, coming from the ban is always a tough thing, but the good thing is at least the local leagues were trying to be played there, even if it was not that, like, there was not a lot of maybe support for the first time, but later on, I think we're a bit better. Coming this side, we're a bit better in terms of our participation in the league. We can do better, but at least our players are not coming to the national team and starting from zero. At least there's something that is happening, because it's always difficult at national level when you don't have something happening in your local league. But now I think, yeah, we are good to go with something to start from, and the players are ready to go.
An ample amount of experience in your team is within your defense. How then does that, how do you see that playing out within this competition?
Yeah, the composition really of the team, like you're rightfully saying, it's mixed. A bit of some experience, a bit of some average experience, and the non-experienced one. So we are trying to fuse them together. We need sustainability as far as the progress of the team is concerned. So it's good that we keep introducing some youngsters into the group so that they can even learn from their seniors. And yes, I'm sure the experience really in the defense. For example, talk of the centre back Agnes Tumbare. She was in Malawi with the Herentals Queens. I'm sure in the defense there she's going to play a big role, and also the team captain also is going to play a big role there in terms of commanding the other youngsters in the team.
Coach, I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
A very good afternoon and welcome to the Wolfson Stadium. It is match number 2 on this beautiful day out in Gqeberha. It is your Group D encounter as Mozambique host Zimbabwe. The two teams who understand each other very well. This being the 9th meeting in all competitions with Zimbabwe and Mozambique playing 5 draws between them and 3 wins apiece. So we have a look. Well, as we have a look at the bench, and this is what will definitely turn the game on its head for either side of the coaches. Mozambique, who come in ranked at number 171 by FIFA and 38 by CAF. They have been part of the previous edition of the COSAFA Cup and being eliminated in the group stages 2019, 2020, 2021 and 2022. It was Mozambique there that struggled to get out of the group stages. Zimbabwe, on the other hand, finalists or best finishers, that was winners in 2011. Let us go down to the national anthem of both Mozambique and
Ladies
Zimbabwe.
and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Mozambique. And now, the national anthem of Zimbabwe.
is the national anthems done and dusted, showing respect to the nations of Mozambique and Zimbabwe. It is Zimbabwe that are in the white uniform and Mozambique in the yellow. This is the lineup for Mozambique: Neymar, Namire, Virginia Fernando, Rosa Monique and Aurora Angale. It is Ines Chingolese as well as Sidalia Kuta, Aquila Mutula and Emilia Kazembe. It is Joanna Muse who is the starting lineup. When we look at coach Victor Matana, he puts through a 4-4-2 formation in which Kazembe and Chingolese in the middle of the park are the two holding midfielders that will make sure that Twanane and Mutula will be the two outlets. And up front, it is Daniel and Alvaro. We're looking at the teams that quickly get into a huddle, and this is the team picture that will definitely be kept and remembered by many for a long time to come. These are the officials in this match. Shangula Victoria from Namibia, she's your main lady in the middle of the park, and Luengo Tsongang from Botswana, and Nandipa Menze of South Africa. The fourth official is Tanya Duarte of Angola, and Brenda Kunda is the match commissioner, and the coordinator is Nwabiso Mavuso. These are the two captains. We're looking at the experienced Emilia Banze, given the responsibility to run the lines, and Nogubuse Khoza, or Nogubuse Ngube, who is the captain of Zimbabwe. The lineup for coach Sitetelwe Sibanda, Vanessa Lunga, Tumbare Ignace, Sheila Antonio, it is Eneti Chemere and Daisy Caetano, Castabel Katona, as well as Pismo Kanende. Alice Moyo is expected to be in that centre back role. Nadia Semba, Privilege Mupeti kept on the bench, as well as Mafuruse. They're coming all guns blazing with a 4-3-3 formation. Chinyera Kanoko and Chemere, not forgetting Kanende in that middle of the park. Rumbidzai is the player who would definitely be holding the line, as we have a look at Sitetelelwe Sibanda. That is the coach responsible for Zimbabwe. They're looking and seeking for divine intervention. And this is the coach, that is Victor Jose Martin, who is the coach of Mozambique and has been involved even in the team. And here he is lending a hand to women's football, just making sure that the team gets the great respect and also the coaching abilities so much expected from both nations as they go to dish out this stuff. Let's not forget, it was in 2022 when Zimbabwe was suspended by FIFA. They did not participate in a number of tournaments in and around the country, and only resulted in playing some domestic football. Zimbabwe in the yellow uniform, Mozambique in the yellow uniform will get us started here in the first half of a game that is full of intrigue. And they will be attacking the goal from the right to the left of your screen. Zimbabwe in the white and a bit of black trimmings. They are attacking the goal from the left to the right of your screen. Isaac Wolfson Stadium is the place where we're at, and alongside me is one of the home girls, and that is Amanda's sister.
And on the side of the Ekeberga. Okay, we're having the game that just started now. Ekeberga is a bit windy. I just hope and pray that weather even fine, so the girls, they can play, they show us the talents that we are waiting for. As now you can see that the attack has been started, so we look forward to see the more attacking teams, both sides, left and right. They build up and going forward.
Well, that is Amanda's sister, is one of the local ladies So one looks at the Zimbabwean side. In the last 4 tournaments, 2019 they finished third, 2020, 2021 they were eliminated in the group stages. And this time of women's football in Zimbabwe was 13 years ago when they qualified for the Olympics out in Brazil. 2016 it was when Zimbabwe went to the Olympics, and that was definitely a time in which you got to see some brilliant players that come along from that side of the region. More recently, we had Oriental Queens that participated in the Women's Champions League, and good to see players like Alice Moyo as well as Ignis Dumbare, who are being part of the senior national team. Goalkeeper comes out, clatters into one of the players, and down she goes. She's remained on the ground as the referee just making sure that the goalkeeper is quite okay, goes out, and that was absolutely unfortunate, just clattering into Eneti Chimere. Receiving treatment.
On the other side, I can see that the Mozambique team is gonna stay on the right hand side, because I saw them 2 times they were doing that now. So I think the strongest side for them is their left side to Lonika, because they took the ball, they play 1-1 and then they took the ball to Lonika. So I think they're gonna attack on the left hand side also.
It's a free kick to Mozambique. As a referee just makes sure that the goalkeeper is up and about. It's a long ball. Delivery is pretty much looking for Lonika Vasco, who plays a football for Minsk. Some exciting players that they have here in Mozambique. And on display, Daniel Kuta, exciting player that of late is being talked about, has been one of the players that has come through the under 15, under 17 and under 20 ranks. Here she's making her debut at the senior national team. It's another long ball that will be asking questions of goalkeeper Vanessa Lunga, that is Amelia Banze. Vanessa Lunga plays football for Chapingu in Zimbabwe. Nicely dressed, very strong goalkeeper. Good reflexes. Ball picked up in the middle of the park. Emilia Kazembe is definitely a live wire. Good strike, but goalkeeper does well to get into the right positions. 4 minutes on the clock, and another long-range effort in search of Tapiwa. Ball over the top and nicely brought down by Virginia Fernando. Full of running. Mozambique definitely looking quite the athletic side. Looking for the quick 1-2. Does it come off? But it is Aurora Ngale using her goalkeeper peroxided hair up front for Daniel Kuta. It's the strength of Mozambique forcing the mistake. As Joana Alvaro is the player, is Lonika Vasco. Lonika Vasco together with Kuta Daniel are the 2 players who are full-time internationals playing their football outside Mozambique for Minsk. Well-travelled players. Most of the players on the field coming from Costa do Sol, a team that was dethroned by UD Lichinga in the domestic league, but that's how close the competition has become domestically. Teams are closing the gap and making sure that you get to see different teams, different players across the globe. Angela Mutua, also from Costa do Sol. Chingalese, Ines Chingalese is another live wire, jersey number 9. Amelia Banze and Neymar Namiri, the goalkeeper for Mozambique. Very brave Neymar Namiri. Forced backward is the Zimbabwean team. In the last 5 outings, Mozambique scored 7 goals, conceding 3. That was a couple of matches that they played against Zambia. They drew to a goalless draw. That was on the 5th of October in 2023. Mozambique winning 3-1 to the Comores in the COSAFA tournament. A repeat of the match played on the 15th of October, Mozambique and Zimbabwe, and it was Mozambique that took the 3 points away, winning that one by 2-0. On the edge of the box is the Zimbabwean outfit. Agnes Tumbare. Long ball forward. Peacemore Kanenda is operating in that midfield. Peacemore Kanenda plays a football for Richmond United. Throw in for Mozambique on the far right-hand side. Definitely connecting and combining well, looking very exciting in the midfield, and quite nippy players. You see all the players clattering, and a free kick given. Strength on Daisy Rumbizai.
I think the teams are too bit what they want to do, because now they lost the ball too much. They're giving the balls outside.
Here's an opportunity for Zimbabwe. Picked up in the midfield, right in the center circle is Lonica Vasco. Loses the footing. Zimbabwe will rotate it to the outside, looking for Ngube. Ngube delivers a delightful ball. Keeper comes out, clatters into her own player. It's nicely picked up. There's Lonica on the ball. She's stripped, and down she goes, and a challenge there by Christabel Katona, captain of the side. Amelia Banze, keeper, comes out and definitely getting an elbow from the keeper is the captain, Amelia Banze. Got a bit of an elbow there. Down goes Banze. But good to see her up and about, the Machete Di Maroni player. Some good feet by Alvaro. There's an opportunity for Daniel Kuta. One bounce comfortably into the hands of Vanessa Lunga. Almost 10 minutes on the clock, 0-0 the scoreline. Two sides are trying to settle into some sort of rhythm. Here is Peacemore Kanende, who plays a football here in South Africa for a team called Richmond United. Peacemore Kanende, who is one of those utility players that can play up front as a striker, also plays as a centre-back for Richmond. See here for the national team, they've slotted her in the middle of the park where she can use her strength, has the ability to find the back of the net with ease. There's Peacemore Kanende. Ruta. Daisy Rumbizai. Ball just goes out of play. Zimbabwe trying to connect a good couple of passes, but at this moment in time it's the Mozambican side that is making sure they press a little, force the errors, losing possession, and a good header by Daisy. Daisy making sure that she stops the play and doesn't want to allow the Mozambican that passage of connecting a few passes. If you have a look at Agnes Tumbare, the Herental Queens player, and Alice Moyo, good combination on the left and the right hand side. You've got Alice Moyo as well as Agnes Tumbare, who play for Herental Queens. On the right hand side of the defense, you've got Sheila Antonio as well as Nobuko Sinube. They both play for Chapinga. So the two players with a good understanding, combined by the goalkeeper Vanessa Lungu, who also plays for Chapinga. Katona. That's the hustle of Mozambique. Ball pulled back by Alvaro. They've got about 5 players in that defense. Being forced backward. Pressing high, keep off a line, and that strike was pretty much inviting. And a free kick has been given.
I think the Mozambique side, they are shooting from the range, and they want to see the goalkeeper how she's good at. Because since they started, we can't find anyone in the box. I think they must add more numbers forward so they can get someone to play with, and then can get a goal.
Helped up to her feet is Chingaleza. Ines Chingaleza seems to be having a little bit of a limp. 5 fouls in this match so far after 13 minutes. It's a free kick. This is an opportunity for Vanessa Lunga to make sure she protects goalmouth and organizes the wall. Amelia Banze over the ball, tapping comfortably into the handbag. Then look at Vanessa Lunga. She definitely looks like she's got some good handling. So that ball is lost to Rumbidzai in that midfield, and the referee says that's unfairly done though. Ethel Tapiwa. Good cover defense. Daniel Chuta will give chase. She's definitely one of those players that doesn't stop running. Kuta. Agnes Tumbare. Team that really believes in good organization defensively at Zimbabwe. Stability is absolutely key with a player like Alice Moyo using a height that question's been asked. And, if Mozambique doesn't close down those kind of balls from the wing, those will definitely be troublesome, because we're definitely seeing the pace and absolutely inviting. Coach will be very impressed with that particular move. Jose Martina, the Mozambican coach, will tell you that he's worked so hard. They tried to get a couple of friendlies, but wasn't to be in preparation for this international tournament. Same with Zimbabwe. They are full swing into the domestic league. Moment with the national team playing good control, laid back, but good defending. Here's a chance for Mozambique. Stretching her legs, just running into trouble is Lonica Vasco. Some hustle there by Alvaro. Virginia Fernando. Mistake made at the back, but good cover defense. Sedalia is available. Emilia Kazembe. Alice Moyo. Uncharacteristic of Alice Moyo. Oh, she's got such a wonderful engine, is Alice Moyo, full of running on the left-hand side, and also does pack a shot, uses her height to great effect. So if Mozambique are looking for those set pieces, they're going to have to navigate and work around Alice Moyo. It's a throw-in. Rental Queens, who are one of 4 teams that make their debut in the Women's Champions League. Very comfortable on the ball. Solid defensively is Alice Moyo. Corner for Mozambique, the first one of the match. Look at that organization. Goalkeeper very, very vocal. But the wind is now one of those factors. Ball whipped into the box. Keeper makes a mistake. That's the opening goal. And Daniel Kuta. One can look at Aurora Ngale, the number 5, who was at the right place and made sure she connected very well. Aurora Ngale getting onto the score sheet for Mozambique. It was played short, whipped in, unmarked, ball into the box.
I think that there were quite a slow communication between those 2 defenders, because that number 11, she came in between them.
Well, when you're looking at the effort by Kuta, playing the quick 1-2, and Aurora connecting on that and using the wind to great effect. I think that ball getting enough curl. The keeper was really caught napping, and that is a team that seems to be at the benefit of the strong wind that has currently developed here at the pitch. So Mozambique draw first blood. Vanessa Lunga. That will give them the confidence that they need, especially just after 18 minutes. Injury there on the feet. Both players going up and not pulling out. Emilia Kazembe together with Rumbuzai. And Zimbabwe. Ball whipped into the box, and that will go all the way to the goalkeeper, Vanessa Lunga. Actual fact, Neema Namiri. Busy day defensively for Zimbabwe. Nobukosi Mube on this left-hand side. She's got a lot of work to do to keep Banze quiet. Banze fancying a shot from distance. Goalkeeper who's been beaten once this tournament after 20 minutes. Alice Moyo receive that ball, and down she goes. Challenge. She'll be up and about, Alice Moyo, the Rentals player. Throw in for Zimbabwe. according to the coach, the preparations went very well. The expectation is for this team to deliver. Well, just a reminder of a game earlier on, which was between Zambia and Angola. Zambia winning that one by 3-0. Control is Adelina Mutambai. Delivered into the box, keeper comes out, follows that right up until the last moment. Namiri. He's got a good foot on her, is Neymar Namiri. But that ball will go all the way for another goal kick. Monica Vasco on this left-hand side is definitely one of the exciting players of the future. Monica to give the team a lot of balance. We've got some defensive work to do when they lose the ball. Here's Lonica trying to turn a defender, and down she goes, and that's a foul. Mube is going to be in for a torrid time this afternoon. Mube, she's got to be careful. And, she's up against quite an intelligent player in Lonica Vasco. She'll try and draw the foul. She'll try and make sure that she causes all sorts of trouble. There's Eneti Chimere. Ball goes out for a corner. The first corner for Zimbabwe. Let's see if played right. First corner for Zimbabwe. You're definitely going to have to look at the organization skills of Mozambique. They are being tested. They brought 10 players. Only one left out, and that is Daniel Kuta, which will make it very difficult to get the traffic. But here's Zimbabwe in a good position. It's Pismo Kanende. Doesn't capitalize, and keeper was very quick off her line. He's played a football also for Coast City Wizards out in Mpumalanga. Pismo Kanende before joining Richmond United. It's a throw-in. Pretty much a stop-start. Chingeleze. Fernando Banze. Here's a chance, keepers off a line if spotted very quickly. Asking the referee for protection is Pismo Kanende. Daisy Rumbidzai. And that ball being hacked away. According to Rumbidzai, it's not that's the full use of the hand there by Amelia Kazembe. Very stalky players that Mozambique has. All over the top. On the edge of the box. Here's Zimbabwe. Played right, ball given away. Lonica Vasco will allow that ball to just trickle over the line, and hoping that she can move into a pretty much advanced and attacking position. At moments it drops a little deep as Lonica Vasco. Chingeleze also given a bit of instructions. But here's Ngale Aurora. Look at that fight in Daniel Kuta. Also some nifty footwork by Amelia Kazembe. Kuta, Kazembe, who leaves it for Ngale. Here's Lonica Vasco. Losing out. Lonica found herself in stranded and in an offside position, but that ball was a little too strong for Lonica Vasco. 26 minutes on the clock. Mozambique 1, Zimbabwe 0.
Ncube is having a hard time to mark Lonikwe. She can't even know where to run to now. I think when you get to half time, will be tired.
Well, Lonika Vasco is really making a meal of Ms. Ncube, who's struggling to contain Lonika. And, that will definitely be the flank that is about to crack. When we're looking at the possession stakes, it's the Mozambican side that are dominating. More so, they are really organized. Chingaleze and Emilia Kazembe in that midfield are holding it very, very nicely. I think you need a little bit more of a supply. Angela Mututa, so on the right-hand side, seems to be the one flank. They need to have some sort of balance. Is Mozambique and release Mutua. So ball bounces there and the flag goes up. Offside flag, pretty close, but nevertheless a correct call. Coming from an offside position. So that is a spot-on decision made by the assistant referee.
I think Zimbabwe must use their left side, because Rose it's more on attacking. She's been going forward, but I think Zimbabwe doesn't notice that because of that they have a compact defense. So if Rose went up, but there's still someone there. There are 3 against, I think, 2.
Ball out, Lonika Vasco. And you just switch play. Angela Mutua has got acres of space and is definitely not the wing that has been used. Here's an opportunity for Kazembe to switch play. Talking about that, Chingaleze, she picks her head up. Instead going to the left, she comes back to the right. Bundled off the ball. Here's a chance for Zimbabwe as Daisy Rumbidzai spots the keeper. And not getting that on target. They definitely are looking and hoping that they can work on a counter-attack as Zimbabwe. They're soaking up the pressure, and then when you see Daisy, the number 11, she looks like the player that can take a shot on target. And, Tapiwa as well as Katona just need a little bit of supply. Ball in the air. Katona brings it back for Zim. Puts the pressure on. Vasco is dispossessed. Zimbabwe using Ncube. Daniel Kuta. That's just slightly overcooked for Emilia Kazembe to give chase. Aurora Gale.
The other thing that Zimbabwe should do, when Daisy is coming with a ball, they should make runs for her and create spaces where to pass or come closer so she can shoot or pass a play combination, and then they can get a goal. Because now they can't shoot because of the wind.
Most definitely, I think the combination play is key, keeping the ball on the ground, you know, playing a quick puff and pass, players going into spaces and knocking about could pay dividends, as that ball for Aguila Mutua is a little bit too hard for her to handle, as Lonica on the ball releases it to Daniel Kuta. Keeper makes a brilliant save.
What a save.
Daniel Kuta. Turn and shoot, and the keeper was equal to the task. That was a lovely back heel for Lonica Vasco. Vasco picking up Kuta yet again. She turned around and took a snapshot, and that was a brilliant save. Turned it away for a corner. That's what you want to see, some exciting play. Sharing of possession. The wind holding that ball in the air. And Zimbabwe keep the ball on the ground is the message. Kazembe. You can see that Mozambique have definitely learned how to play with the weather conditions. Forcing the errors. Nicely picked up and tidy up. Agnes Dumbare for Zimbabwe on the left-hand side. Are looking for the available spaces. Rumbizai switching play to the right-hand side to a captain to find Ncube. Oh, that's the intelligence of Lonica Vasco. Use of the hand, but referee doesn't see anything wrong for Alvaro. That ball will go over the line for a goal kick. Look, if you were the coach in 32 minutes, what would you change for Zimbabwe?
Zimbabwe it's more on defending. I think they need numbers going forward. They must put the ball down and then play, starting from the back, and then going forward, making spaces for each other, the runs and everything. And I've been waiting to see Genande, because Genande is giving me a hard time there in Hollywood. So I've been waiting for her to give me the same thing that has been giving me there.
Pismo Kanende, so much of expectation. Well, there seems to be a definite a battle between Amanda Sister and Pismo Kanende. But, when you get into the national team, different coaches want different or have different expectations of players. Kanende not playing in her familiar role.
Oh yes, I can see that, because in Hollywood she's playing as a right winger.
Yes, Ncube. I think the coach here is wanting a lot more from his players. That is Mr. Sibanda of Zimbabwe. Here's an opportunity, a good run for Christabel. Black Rhino Queens, some of the teams in Zimbabwe that have contributed to the national team. FC Platinum is another one, has got a player in the side, FC Platinum. You would remember Rutendo Makore was another one of those wonderful players. Black Rhino Queens played in the 2021 edition of the Champions League. Rutendo Makore, what a player.
I just hope and pray that Zimbabwe can use this opportunity now, so we can see the game. Because I think if it can be 1-1, everyone can be equal now.
Amanda's looking for a draw after 35 minutes. It's an opportunity for Christabel Katona. Ball into the box. Whipped in keeper comes out. Makes it look so simple. It's a goal kick. When you have all your players that have pushed up into the box and are expecting equality delivered to the players, and instead the decision that is made to go route one is another wasted opportunity. Goalkeeper.
And it is because from the center back to go there, it's so hard to come back.
Yes, the pace of Zimbabwe. Can they pull one back? And keeper comes alive. As that was a golden opportunity. But you really got to give credit to Namire there, making sure that she was very quick off the line and closed off that angle. Zimbabwe had the numbers, also had the player, could have chipped it over the goalkeeper, but that's what pressure does to you. Mutumbai. Couple of players that are switching positions, definitely giving Mozambique something to think about. Tumbare. Arorangale. Kazembe. Kazembe forced to go backwards, eventually losing possession. And, that is due to the work rate of Aldeline Tumbai. Mutumbai. Daniel Kuta. Daisy Rumbizai. Here's Pismo Kenende. Kenende not finding a teammate. Zimbabwe win it back. Good control. There's Aldeline Mutumbai. Does well for Zimbabwe. A good passage of play for the Zimbabweans. That ball, it will be a throw-in. And Ethel Tapiwa is player as the wind blows strongly into the Zimbabwean attack, and definitely maybe just changing the tactics a bit, doing a lot of the running, put the ball down. The wind proving to be a menace. This is the earlier attempt by Zimbabwe, trying to pull one back. It was Ethel Tapiwa in that particular moment, and the keeper's having none of it, just making sure she narrowed the angle, did not allow that ball through her legs.
I also think if she can go to the side with that ball, she can be something else now. We can talk about that goal that I've been waiting to see it.
Ball in the middle of the park, as the referee says. No, it's an offside call, and that will allow another opportunity for Zimbabwe to pull. In the last 5 or so minutes, one has definitely seen a team that a Zimbabwean side that is playing with more purpose. Here's Kennedy, Kinende Pismo needs to deliver a ball that is a very hopeful ball. Keeper comes out, make a mistake. And this is why you expect players to follow up, and the wind there being a bit deceiving, and hence we're saying everyone's got to be cautious. That bounce, keeper coming up, not reading the ball very well. And, she apologizes to her teammates, and rightfully so. Strong fight in that midfield. A little bit of bite coming in from Christabel. With 5 minutes to go, when you're looking at Mozambique and Zimbabwe, they're still in with a chance to get another goal before the break. The question is, would it be a goal from Zimbabwe? Or would it be another goal from Mozambique? But here's Zimbabwe. Lube giving chase, full of running, ball whipped into the box. Here's Zimbabwe, an opportunity to get the equalizer. Another brilliant save by the goalkeeper. Kenende was in space. Katona could have played it back, but this is when the problem starts. You got to give credit to Tapiwa for a hard chase, making sure that she whips that ball in with pace. But it was Chimere on the left-hand side who dilly-dallied and maybe could have played the ball back. Kenende with space. Ball is in the air, header away. And here's another chance for Zimbabwe, as that ball just ricochets off Daisy, and a goal kick it will be. Mozambique, some nervous moments here in the closing stages. With 5 minutes to go, they've got to look after their lead. Zimbabwe definitely trying to accelerate, causing problems. Mozambique losing out from Nube's challenge. Nube stayed down after that. But Sheila Antonio, the Kapinga player, seems to be grimacing in pain. And yes, she got a bit of a nibble on the toes. That's absolutely painful, Amanda.
Yeah, it is. I know, because I used to do that to others.
Oh, okay. So when you're on the receiving end, it's definitely one that you can relate to.
Yes, yes. I can relate to that one. I know very much. And it's painful when they do that to me. It's
there we
painful.
go. When you give, you must be able to receive. Here's Zimbabwe on the attack. Kenende. Kenende brings in Katona. Katona also brings in Nube. Nube gets tries to bypass, but she has Ngale for company. And Ngale eventually just hacks that ball away. Not the tallest of players, but definitely a workaholic is Aurora Ngale. Tapiwa. Tumbare losing out. Here's Mozambique looking for an opportunity for Vasco to exploit. Here's Daniel Kuta will give chase, but she has company in Daisy Rumbidzai. Keepers called to also assist. Vanessa Lunda. Mistake almost at the back, but living rather dangerously.
Yes, and I think also that Agnes was supposed to open wider for the goalkeeper, so the goalkeeper can give her.
Another one of those too hot to handle efforts. Keeper wasn't sure to, didn't really get that comfortably. That ball just ricocheting out of the basket. The referee, the coach will tell you that get that and put it into your basket. Try not to spill it out. Rosa, this is the earlier opportunity. Anguilla whipping that ball in, the keeper coming out, and that deflection. But she'll be pretty happy with the fact that she didn't allow the ball in the back of the net. On the edge of the box. Zimbabwe, they come away with it. They can't wait to play with the wind. And I think if Mozambique did not really use that many opportunities that they had playing with the wind, they could be in trouble here in the second half as we look ahead to see what can the coach do to maybe even stretch the lead. You're looking at the bench of Mozambique and players like Eva Jose Costa, Sila João Miguel. Those are players that can come in. Even Teresa Duarte is another one of those players. Filomena Manuel can bring in Sina. She's got an abundance of experience and also full of pace, but short, quite a nippy player in Sina Manuel. Two minutes to be added. Tapiwa continues her roving runs. That ball just going way over the top. Sina Manuel has been looked at for Mozambique, and you look at the Zimbabwean side, Amanda, you'd want to look at players like Michelle John, Nadia Semba. Privilege Mupeti is a player I would have expected that the coach could have started with her. Privilege Mpeti, even Modi Mafuruse, Shalina Damba Murono. Those are the players from Herental Queens. Cynthia Shonga, who's absent. I think coach will definitely be looking at bringing on those players. Mafuruse, Damba Murono, Mpeti. Moyo always plays with that tuck-in, which is normally not what many players do. They don't play with the tuck-in.
Few players that they do that. Few, very, very few. Because we feel like if you tuck in, it's like heavy. You are heavy. You can't run enough. So it's better
Amanda,
to be loose
it's
than...
style more than anything. There's no such thing about being heavy and so on. Can you imagine when the pants go down the knees, you almost are tripping over the pants? I'm going to disagree with my co-commentator today. As the referee decides she's seen enough, and it's time to take a break in which the coaches will definitely have a look at their players and will ask for a little bit more, especially in the second half. It is an opportunity for the coaches to also look at their bench. You're looking at Coach Victor Jose Martinez of Mozambique. He's definitely the happier of the two coaches, and for the referee, that is Shangula Vistoria, she too had a decent day at the office. As Mozambique get into a huddle and looking for divine intervention, Zimbabwe on the other hand is hoping for a comeback. So we confirm the scoreline. Mozambique in the lead, 1-0, a slender lead, as we have a look at the statistics of the first 45 minutes. Dominance in terms of the possession states by 53% by Mozambique. You're also looking at the goal attempts, 6 of those, 5 on target. So definitely the busier of the two goalkeepers is Vanessa Lunga, who has had to pick the ball out of a net on one occasion. Not too many fouls in between or with the two sides, with just a total of 13. Offside calls also guarding the lines, 1 apiece, and that just basically shows how cautious the two teams are. Do join us in the second half, but at this moment, we will be preparing some highlights for you and looking at some wonderful moments that we can talk about in the first 45. Loses a footing. Zimbabwe will rotate it to the outside, looking for Ncube. Ncube delivers a delightful ball. Keeper comes out, clatters into her own player, but it's nicely picked up. There's Lonika on the ball. She's stripped and down she goes, and a challenge there by Christabel Katona. Amelia Banze, keeper, comes out and definitely getting an elbow from the keeper is the captain, Amelia Banze. Got a bit of a... They've got about 5 players in that defense, being forced backward. Pressing high, keep off a line, and that strike was pretty much inviting. And a free kick is being given.
I think they must add more numbers in forward so they can get someone to
Stability is absolutely key with a player like Alice Moyo using a height. That question's been asked, and if Beacon coach will tell you that he's worked some balls from the wing, those will definitely be troublesome, because we're definitely seeing the pace and absolutely inviting. The wind is now one of those factors. Ball whipped into the box. Keeper makes a mistake. That's the opening goal. And Daniel Kuta seems to be a player, but it was played short, whipped in, unmarked. Ball into the box.
think there were quite a slow communication between those two defenders, because that number 11, she came in between them.
Well, instead going to the left, she comes back to the right, bundled off the ball. Here's a chance for Zimbabwe as Daisy Rumbidzai spots the keeper and not getting that on target. They definitely are looking and hoping that they can counter-attack as Zimbabwe. They're soaking up the pressure, and then when you see Daisy, the number 11, she looks like the player that can take a shot on target. And, is a little bit too hard for her to handle as Lonika on the ball releases it to Daniel Kuta. Keeper makes a brilliant save.
What a save.
That was a lovely back heel for Lonika Vasco. Vasco picking up Kuta yet again. She turned around and took a snap. Goalkeeper.
And it is because from the center back to go there, it's so hard to come back.
Yes, the pace of Zimbabwe. Can they pull one back? And keeper, the wind proving to be a menace. This is the earlier attempt by Zimbabwe trying to pull one back. It was Ethel Tapiwa Nube giving chase, full of running, ball whipped into the box. Here's Zimbabwe, an opportunity to get the equalizer. Another brilliant save by the goalkeeper. Kenende was in space. Katona could have played it back, but this is when the problem starts. You got to give credit to Tapiwa for a hard chase, making sure that she whips that ball in with pace, but it was Chimere on the left-hand side who dilly-dallied for tripping over the pants. I'm going to disagree with my co-commentator today, as the referee decides she's seen enough, and it's time to take a break in which the coaches will definitely have a look at their players and will ask for a little bit more, especially in the second half. It is an opportunity for the coaches to also look at their bench. You're looking at Coach Victor Jose Martinez of Mozambique. He's definitely the happier of the two coaches, and for the referee, that is Shangula Vistoria, she too had a decent day at the office as Mozambique get into a huddle and looking for divine intervention. Zimbabwe, on the other hand, is hoping for a comeback. So we confirm the scoreline. Mozambique in the lead, 1-0, a slender lead as we have a look at the statistics. Hello and welcome back to the second half of the HollywoodBets COSAFA Women Championship. As one looks at the two sides who are playing in today's encounter, it is Mozambique and up against Zimbabwe. The first change that is being made by Zimbabwe. I'm not surprised, as Pismo Kanende is the player that has been substituted, and her place is being taken by Privilege Mupeti, a player whom I expected was in the starting lineup. Zimbabwe will get us underway here in the second half. Mupeti will come and just fill in the pockets on the left-hand side. Quite an exciting winger is Privilege Mupeti. She's also quite privileged to be a part of the national team. She'll tell you that she works exceptionally hard as Mupeti to get into the side. Privilege Mupeti, who plays for Black Rhino Queens out in Zimbabwe. Quite an interesting league that is played out. You've got Harare Queens, you've got Correctional Queens, you've got Rental Queens. It's all the queens that play out, not forgetting Highlanders as well, contributing immensely to women's football. When you look at Mozambique as well, you also have players or teams like Aldini Chinga, Costa do Sol, União, Desportiva. Here's the keeper that makes some saves, and player stayed down. Player who stayed down looks like Virginia Fernando. That ball was a teasing ball, header helped on, and definitely when you're looking at Mupeti, who's just come on, initially looked to be in an offside position, but that ball, keeper gets a hand to it. Mupeti benefits, doesn't get a hold of that. You've got to give credit to the goalkeeper, and the clash of the legs. Mupeti's foot just staying onto the foot of Virginia Fernando.
And on that position, when you give it all, but you don't touch the ball with your hand, because you know it will become a penalty. So you must save with anything that is in your body.
Well, that has been adjudged by the referee, and good to see the goalkeeper up and about. Zimbabwe definitely coming out in the second half, a much better outfit with more purpose and more poise. The offside flag goes up immediately, and it is Mupeti that has got us so very excited up here, even in the commentary booth. People alongside me, but what she's got to guard against is that offside. She gets ahead of the players. She has the pace, and perhaps those bucket runs is what one wants to see to keep her in line or onside. Keeper on the other end decides she's taking no prisoners. Another ball just ricocheting. There's a bit of haste with Zimbabwe here in the second half.
It's good to see that Zimbabwe is more on attacking now and is using the wind that it's here.
Some defending to do for Mozambique. Calling the third place last year. I mean, in the COSAFA Cup, it was again Mozambique that ran riot, winning that one by 2 goals to 0. Zim wanting to turn the tables. Played some wonderful football, but just coming back after the suspension from by FIFA. There's an opportunity for Mozambique. Daniel is available to on the receiving end, but that ball is overcooked. Angela Mutua, Costa de Sol, winger. He's looking to find Daniel Kuta. Nube. Captain takes a throw in, playing it with the captain Nube, trying to come out of El Kazembe. Or recycle that ball into the midfield. Ines on the ball is Kazembe, playing the ball out to the left-hand side, needs a quality cross. Has 3 players to aim for, and good defending by Tumbare. Zimbabwe a little bit more organized. Here's a quick 1-2. Rumbidzai all the way back to Nube. Nube sends a long ball up front. It is Zimbabwe who will give chase in the form of Katonga. Keeper comes out and misses that ball. They have it played right. Had privileged Mupeti in the right spot, and Ethel Tapiwa had all the time in the world to cut the ball, take her time. Amelia Banze was beaten, as that ball could have done so much with it, stop that ball, but look at her roving run and look at the strength that she has. Eventually that ball just goes out for a goal kick. 1-0 after 50 minutes.
I think on that on that situation. She was supposed to hold the ball and come back and relax. But I think she pushes the ball too far. That's why she couldn't handle it.
Well, that's what pressure does. Mistakes just coming in. So in the first 45 minutes, Mozambique definitely having to turn the tactics around. They need to find a way to deal with the wind. They also have to find a way to deal with Zimbabwe, who have got to change their game as well. Maybe use the wind to greater effect, but more importantly will be the goalkeeper. He's got to watch against those curling balls and give chase right up to the last minute. Here's Mozambique. They're knitting a few passes together. Ngale is closed down very quickly by Rumbidzai. Change for Zimbabwe, bringing on Privilege Mupeti, who also gave them the outlet that they want. They have another change that they can make, which I would really like to see, and that is in the form of Modi Mafuruse and Shalina Dambamorono. These are players that can definitely contribute immensely. You can see that Amelia Banze is breathing rather heavily under pressure. Good closing from the top, pressing high. Privilege Mupeti will continue to run, forcing the areas, and that is exactly what Coach Sititelwe Sibanda wants to see.
I think the Mozambique now are struggling to the wind. They are supposed to put the ball down now and play and going forward, because now they've been staying in the back. No one is coming to play.
There's no support player. Is that what you're talking about, Amanda?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. They should all come together. As we move the ball from the back going forward, the defense also has to go forward, also move. We are all going forward as a team. But if the defense will stay back, there will be gap in between the stages.
The gaps opening up between the defense and the midfielders, so cohesion is very important. It's that ball, you can see the wind. Rosa. Mozambique. Otumbai. There's an opportunity for Daniel Kuta, who believes that she was fouled, but the referee is right with the action. Goalkeeper Vanessa, her lovely pink uniform, hacks that ball away, sends another attack, but all the way to the other goalkeeper, Namire. Intercepted by Sheila Antonio. 55 minutes on the clock.
Ngube now is on relax. I can see her now on the right hand side. She's been relaxed that because the wing is not no more on her side.
Ball in the air. Isn't really looking the team more likely to score here in the second half. Petty will give chase. The support needs to get a bit closer to her. Being forced out, that ball not going out of touch. She did well to keep that ball in play. Is Privilege. She just needed a player like Alice Moyer just to close down a little bit more, maybe play the quick 1-2. Captain Mbe. And here is Shalina Dambamorono. Edelina Dubai is Dambamorono. is the player that has just come in for Zimbabwe, Shalene. Of the two countries that are Portuguese speaking. Mozambique in this moment losing out a little bit on the possession as Zimbabwe stamp the authority. It is Alvaro losing out. Some looking for those 50-50s, winning those second balls. Ball in the end, safety first. As Tumbare just hacks it away to allow her defense to come back into position. Being at full stretch, and I think one's got to be careful, Zimbabwe in particular, as they're searching for that equalizing goal. Spaces seem to be opening up, and defensively found themselves outnumbered every now and then. Fernando Moyo giving chases Katona. Does well, Katona, and keep her equal to the task, making sure that she comes out and just picks that ball and puts it into her handbag. Not allowing anybody an opportunity to connect onto that. As Mozambique to peel away is Daniel Kuta. Kazembe. The air. It's Mutua. Kuta on the edge of the box is Lonica Vasco. Away by a strong Sheila Antonio. Ball. Looking at the straight. Kulibidzai takes it out to the right hand side. Zimbabwe, when they go out to the wings, and definitely look the part. Last touch coming off. Mabuke.
The Zimbabweans are doing fine to going forward, but now there's one thing that are lacking on the support. They need the support when they're going forward. They must not stay on the back.
Is seeing a lot of ball for Mozambique. She's got a lot of defending to do. There's Vasco. Vasco. Well, they've given the job, the heavy job to Sheila to look after Lonica Vasco. There's no freeway here in the second half, but here's an opportunity for Zimbabwe. If played right, had two players lurking, and could have delivered the quality across just when they needed it instead. We also got to give credit to Virginia Fernando for staying on the feet and reading that move. Cristabel Katona stayed down, got a full-size 6 in the face. Katona. Virginia Fernando is the player. It's given the responsibility to look after that wing. Player still down, and Cristabel Katona. She plays a football for Black Rhino Queens as Cristabel Katona. And here's the Zimbabwean flag. And, just trying to show how strong the wind is out there. Get into a bit of a song. So we have a look at the dignitaries in attendance. Nicely accredited.
I think today we have more supporters than yesterday.
Well, as the tournament progresses, you are expecting, you know, a number of fans to come in, and the friends are telling the other friends, and that's exactly how it should be. When we get towards the final, you're expecting a full house, and also you're hoping that the weather conditions out here are conducive. It is free to enter, so if you are in and around the area, do come and watch these games. Down goes Daniel Kuta. Vanessa Lunga. Zimbabwe, this time they are patient in the build-up with Ignis Tambare. Tambare brings in Alice Moyo. Ball is in the way, anywhere in the air, as Virginia Fernando hacks another ball that goes in the opposite direction, diagonally looking for Monica Vasco. The imbalance in the Mozambican side. Number 7, Monica Vasco, who's operating on the left-hand side. She sees a lot of the position. She was a problem for Zimbabwe in the first 45. What they should possibly do is also use Angela Mutua, the number 14, on the other side to give them the balance that they need, because what Zimbabwe has done is dealt with the problem by closing down Monica Vasco, and Mozambique have looked rather toothless up front.
What Zimbabwe did, it's very good they in the defense, because first off, Lonica was doing good going forward and Mube was the meat. But now everything is changing, because Antonia is helping Mube there on the other side, so that's why they can't use that side. They must change and use the other side so we can see the other side, how we can operate and going forward.
Here's a chance. There's Lonica just being released and she's offside. Another offside. So when you're looking at the offside count, it's a total of 4 offsides. Very low count because a lot of the battles are in the middle of the park. Mozambique and Zimbabwe. Ball over the top and in the air. With all the defending that Mozambique are doing, could this now be the goal that they have? Can they defend for 90 minutes? Ben says no. It's too much to ask. Somebody's going to buckle, especially with Damba Morono, who's coming of Zimbabwe. She has a lovely left foot. Here's Zimbabwe taking it out to the right-hand side. In the box, playing it back. A little too many touches, but that is because Mozambique have got the numbers. Need a good quality ball. That is overcooked, and disappointment from her teammates. Warming up with a smile on the face. That's Mozambique. I think she's definitely feeling cold. That's Delisha Asane.
Zimbabwe should put the ball down and play, pass, rotate left to the right, because now the Mozambique are staying in the back.
Keep on watching that right up until the end. 65 minutes. Long ball from Namire. There's another attempt from the left-hand side. Monica Vasco. But it's Zimbabwe. Sheila Antonio tidy up, playing the quick 1-2. Daisy Rumbidzai. Here's the attack from Zimbabwe. Need the numbers. Deflection. Ball hacked away by Virginia Fernando. Shingalese. It's a throw in for Mozambique. box, and that didn't even have the pace that it needed, nor did it have the effort. It was just being very, very hopeful. Zimbabwe in the midfield have organized themselves. You've seen a little bit of structure. And here's a chance for Zimbabwe. That ball just looking for Alice Moyo. First touch is good. Whipping it back into the box, a header. And that was a nice opportunity. But just went to begging. Absolutely upset with these players at Mr. Sivanda, and rightfully so. They were in with an opportunity, and you're looking at the effort put into the creativity of that to get to the final third, and then the decision making is definitely of concern.
Yes, it is. As I said, that if they can put the ball down, play combination of passes going forward, and then get to the box. And then when you get to the box, you must make sure that you kill it. You put it behind the net.
There's a chance, turning on the edge of the line is Rumbidzai. Another ball that's hanging, keeper does well. Screams very loud for that ball in the commander area. It is Namire. Would have expected that Mozambique, when they're building up in the second half, they'll put the ball about, maybe play some combinations or some build-up, and then get into the midfield, get a couple of combinations. When you're playing with the wind, don't hack it forward. It comes back as quickly as you receive it. Here's a chance for Betty. Chance that's gone a begging, an empty net, and still couldn't find the back of the net.
I think on that position, she was supposed to relax and pick the space where she wanna put the ball, not to rush.
Well, that had goal written all over it, but also this is what you want is composure when you get in front of the box. You want to be able to pick a spot, make sure that you get the returns you're looking for. Privilege was rushing into a shot, and the keeper was beaten. Here's another opportunity for Zimbabwe, but this time nobody gives chase. Goal kick.
The Mozambique, they're gonna kick the ball from goalkeeper to the attack, but there is a wind, so they're supposed to come the defender so we can start the ball, just start the playing on the back, we're going forward.
Zimbabwe. The ball just ricocheting off Virginia Fernando. Perfect pass, but just not coming off. I think they'll keep working on that. Supposed to be a side with the 4-4-2 formation. You're looking for that natural width. Here's the opportunity we spoke about, the puff and pass, and immediately here's a Privilege doing exactly that. Alice Moyo, and a handball eventually. No, the referee says an offside is to be given, but there was definitely a chance here for the Zimbabwean team. Pity. Privilege, definitely a correct decision as Alice Moyo. As much as, yes, there is elements of a handball there, but the decision is an offside. One is looking for Zimbabwe to gain some ground in the areas of transition, using the numerical advantage with the 4 players in the field, with the 4-4-2. Now and then with a bit of a diamond coming in, so they definitely should be outnumbering the Mozambicans. Zimbabwe. Expecting a little bit of the Mozambicans to be a bit more narrow. So another change. This time it is one of the better players, Lonica Vasco. She's been taken out, and the player coming in is Machava. Chava comes in and will come in and slot into that left wing position. Lucia Ambilo Machava. She has about 20 minutes to change the complexion of the match. It's been the first change for Mozambique. The young players that have come from school are now joining in the fun and going into the stands and are looking to get into the sun. There's definitely a bit of a temperature and trying to go and get warm by going to sit in the sun. Throw in. But it is definitely getting nippy, so the temperatures are dropping out here. Away from Mozambique, Virginia is available. Kazambe, so is Ines. Daniel Kuta is also looking to create more problems, but is not getting the service. And talking about not getting the service, here is Machava. Zimbabwe, they need the numbers up front, still very thin. Good control there for Alvaro. Another offside. Emilia Kazembe, guilty player, who finds himself in an advanced position.
I think Zimbabwe, when we are going forward, they must push one of our central defenders to join in the midfielder. That midfielder, one of them must go forward also, so they can have numbers when they're going forward. Because now they are staying in the back and they are 4 against 1. So I think one of them must tuck in so they can be 3 against 1 in the defense.
Good observation. Maybe you want to definitely add the numbers into that midfield area. Throw in. Mozambique have the opportunity to, and a mistake being made. Here's a chance for Mozambique, and the goalkeeper makes a brilliant save. That should have been game, set and match, as Angela Mutua, the player who was asking the questions. Look at that run. Angela took that ball and took it rather quickly. Maybe another push. Benefiting from the mistake made in that defense. Good hands, safe hands. Very quick to react. That could be the first shot here in the second half for Mozambique. After long for the player, they've been asked a lot of questions as Mozambique, and it had to take almost 35 minutes before they got into the opposition half to get a shot on target. It's definitely been one-way passage. Zimbabwe doing all the work. Shingeles, Ines.
I just saw the goal, the captain call the players. I hope she told them that we must go and fight, because now they need to fight and then get this point. And going forward, they can do something.
There's a shot that is from range and being very hopeful, wanting to use the wind to the advantage, because the wind will just continue to push that ball. Keeper gives away possession easily. Mozambique. Both sides guilty of giving away possession, really frustrating the rhythm of the match. No support, instead finds a yellow jersey. It's an opportunity for Mozambique to launch an attack of their own. Another goal from Mozambique will take this game away from Zimbabwe and make it rather difficult. Here's a teasing ball. The keeper does well to collect comfortably and push him out. Stube, captain. Delight, one bounce. 57%, that has changed. Possession in favor of Zimbabwe, but losing out is a foul on Alvaro is given by the referee. Chava has come on for Mozambique. There's the pace, privilege. Gets a good connection. Keeper also drawn into the side, even though the offside flag goes up. Some of the dignitaries and the members of the organizing committee. Flag goes up pretty late, but again, the rule is that until the player touches the ball, which is when the flag goes up. 1-0 the scoreline. 7 offside. There's the ball on the ground. You can see how strong the wind is as the ball is just rolling on you. Are not able to get it to be stationary. Sheila Antonio. Pieti. Tapiwa. Ball in the air. Virginia Fernando. If Mozambique play to a draw, they will have themselves to blame. They had the opportunity to score in the first 45. If we're looking at the foul count, it's 16 in total. In the second half, Zimbabwe have definitely taken the game to Mozambique. Peter. It does well to keep possession, but being forced backwards. Breathing down the neck is Sheila.
And also I can see that the Zimbabwe are not man marking, or zonal marking. The Mozambique, they can surprise them and then score another goal, because the defense, as I said, they are 4, but marking 1 person. They too relaxed there.
Talking about relaxation, when they could just use the numerical advantage and push one more player into the midfield. Here's Mozambique struggling to deal with this position. As you can see, that ball being hooked forward, it comes back as quickly as possible. You try and kick it furthest away, and all it does, it hangs in the air. And Zimbabwe in this moment still enjoying a lot of the possession. Chinere, Tapiwa, Katona, Alice Moyo. Possession turnover, recovery rate needs to improve as Edna Stumbare goes and uses a goalkeeper. Goalkeeper Linda is given a few instructions from the goal line, the captain there. And an unfortunate giveaway. Both sides struggling to keep possession.
I think also the Zimbabwe, when they play the ball on the left-hand side, they don't shift to the left-hand side. They are winger, they are stay far, and also the second midfielder playing on the left. They playing far instead of coming and then join the team on the side that the ball has, that we are playing on. I think if they can do that, they can have more numbers to go forward.
There's an opportunity for Zimbabwe play right. There's a player coming in pretty late from the defense, and keepers also been very excellent. Petty has found herself on the right-hand side, switching flanks. And the cheesy ball for Ethel. Missed about it. Really been strong in the midfield is Alvaro. Alvaro on the ball, finds Kuta, Kadzembe. Eight minutes to go. Throw in. Daniel Kuta will want to turn a defender. That is Edness Tambare. Gets the free kick. It's the battle between Daniel Kuta and Edness Tambare. So this is an opportunity for Mozambique to make use of the advantage of being in the opposition half, something, and more so in an advanced position. Free kick. Joanna is available if they need her. Virginia is there. Ines is there. Chingaleza. Three-man wall for Vanessa Lunga. Vanessa Lunga, who has always tried to do the basics right. Space that has opened up. That ball will just probably be hit into that pocket. And we're looking for Daniel Shooter to capitalize, as well as Alvaro. But keeper comes out and closes that angle, launches another long ball, but here is Zimbabwe, and a mistake by the goalkeeper, and that occasion gives away the corner. Had that been in line with the goal, we could be saying Zimbabwe won and Mozambique won. Bounce of the ball getting the better of, and we would have given that goal to Vanessa Lunga, right?
Yes.
Zimbabwe on the edge of the box. Trouble's not gone away.
I think the Mozambique are done now, because they all defending. They're staying in the back. Even I saw them on that free kick they just had. They were defending the 5 against 2, but the free kick is for them.
Machawa, who's come on the right-hand side and picked up from Ronica Vasco. She's also proving to be a problem. 19 against number 19. Damba Morono is up against Machava. Those are some interesting battles that one gets to see. But 5 minutes to go. It is Mozambique that are looking to secure the lead. They have are on the brink of getting 3 points. Chingalez. Move it. Rumbazai. Goal kick it is. Mapiti believes that it should have been a corner in favor of Zimbabwe. Amire. which has grown, conceded quite a number of goals in the previous edition. She has improved immensely over time. Machava, the fresher legs on the field for Mozambique. Joanna Museo and Albertina Ponja is the player that comes on for Mozambique. Could this be close shot, or could this be another player that is looking to poke holes? Ponja, she's a midfield player, will come in and slot into the midfield, has scored 3 goals for the club this season. But they all rave about her positional play. Does have the defensive qualities as well that you're looking for. I think she's definitely integral to trying to close shop as Sevilla. Guta. It's been a struggle for that ball to go over the halfway line from the 2 goalkeepers. Here's an opportunity looking at Amelia Kazembe trying to stretch her legs. There's a time when you need a player who can press pause, look at the situation, try and change the tactics, because if you're looking at Zimbabwe, they have had a number of opportunities to just slow the game, to be a little bit more composed in front of goal. They could have had their equalizer. One has been pretty impressed with Alice Moyo on the left hand side. Katona also, Christina Katona, and not forgetting Daisy, who's really been quite big in that midfield. But for Mozambique, on the other hand, you've also got Daniel Kuta, who's really been full of running. But here's jersey number 10, that is for Zimbabwe, who loses out to keep control of that ball. That is Eneti Jamer.
I think now the Zimbabwe are starting to slow down. Instead of they up the game and then get opportunity and then they score, they are starting to go down, because now they were supposed to send everyone go in front, and then if they wanna stay in the defense before, and then everyone must go from midfielder to attacking. They must all go, because I can see there are numbers of players that in the midfielder they are just standing there, not helping the others when they are attacking.
Foul. Just coming, Shinglenge Ines. It's a free kick. It's not a good time to concede a free kick with all the defending that has to be done, putting your goalkeeper under pressure in these closing stages of the match, because right now you will find that should Zimbabwe equalize, it's really going to be about 3 minutes of frantic play, when they could have really dealt with it a lot easier. Alice Moyo given the responsibility, if she can just whip in a decent ball.
Yes,
need the quality.
And on this situation, you must know when to kick the ball. You know your best header, who's going on the first pole or the last pole. So you put the ball there, or you put the ball in between the center.
It's a corner. Moyo. And you can actually see the corner flag. The 6 corners. That ball going nowhere slowly. It's 3 minutes is what has been added to the 90, which is referee's optional time. There's a strength of Machava on the left-hand side. If played right, needs a support play, but coming in the form of Angela Mutewa, and Mube does well. She's absolutely brave, Mube. Good turn, looking for Mupetu. Throw in. playing a quick 1-2 daisy on the receiving end. Mozambique have definitely gone into that defensive mode a lot sooner than one would have really wanted. They still had the players like Machava. They also have the players like Daniel Kuta, who, if played in, if a good ball is played into their path, you definitely would get them putting the defense into trouble.
There is something wrong with players. Players are cramping. I don't know what's happening.
Well, it's all the traveling. I think some of the teams didn't come here early enough, which is to allow them to rest and maybe recover from the traveling. And if you look at that player that is being pulled off the field, that is just so unfortunate. You can see that they are definitely struggling. And, here's the goalkeeper, Neema Namire. High ball. Eventually the goalkeeper comes out. These are the saves that Namire has really been called upon. She has really made a huge difference to the scoreline, is Neema Namire. I believe in my books I would give her player of the match, but I'm not the one that chooses player of the match. Here's Zimbabwe. There's a chance for Zimbabwe. Can they put one back? Almost one that would be an own goal, but you got to look at Virginia Fernandez. She's had a good day at the office defensively. A couple of seconds to go. Perolo Pupetti.
I also think that the Zimbabwe, when they're coming for cross, they're crossing on the first pole. I don't think that the players, they see that, because every time when they come for the first pole, but instead of they get someone to attack in the first pole, they are all behind.
Daniel Kuta. Shingalezi Ines. It's really been in the middle of the park there, combining with Kazembe. We've had 3 points is in the bag for Mozambique. Hard for 3 points. That's proving to be difficult when you look at the head-to-head. Now 9 and 5 draws, 4 wins for Mozambique, and Zimbabwe with 3 wins. The goalkeeper really performing very well to keep the scoreline respectable and keeping a clean sheet. Zimbabwe look rather disappointed, but one can say this was a game of 2 halves. The first 45 belonging to Mozambique, and the second 45 belonging to Zimbabwe. Players continue to cramp up, and different celebrations that will go out through the night for Mozambique. Games looking tougher and tougher as they go on, but what is important is for teams to start on the right foot. Every coach wants to get their first game over the line with the win, and Mozambique doing exactly that. Congratulations to winners of this Group D encounter. Mozambique will sit at the summit of Group D, and Zimbabwe will go down to the bottom. Not forgetting that you also have Lesotho that are yet to play in this group. We yet to see two teams, and that is Comoros and Lesotho, that are yet to play their games. But, we'll confirm the scoreline as Mozambique run out winners by 1-0. A goal that was scored by Angela in the 18th minute, and that is the statistics. With possession 53% in favor of Zimbabwe. The foul count at 19. A man match that really looked at everyone and said, this is a struggle. And players giving a good account of themselves. Let's go down to Brenda, who is Miss Banda, who is with the player of the match.
Well, certainly a hard-fought victory for Mozambique, but they still get the maximum points. And with me right now is the player of the match that will be revealed by Mr. Cooks Adam, who is the manager of sports development and sports department and recreation of arts and culture out in the Eastern Cape province. It is Ingwens Chingeneze. One of the most senior players when it comes to the Mozambican side. She was hard within that midfield, and her opponents will certainly know that. First of all, congratulations. How do you feel about your performance? Angela, what's kunjani to be part of this Mozambican side as one of the senior players, knowing that last year niphume number 3? Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That is Ingwens Chingeneze, not a woman of many words, but certainly delighted with her performance. As I said, she is one of the most senior players when it comes to that Mozambican side. With me right now is Coach Sibanda of Zimbabwe. Coach, your assessment of the game, because it looked like it was a game of two halves. The second half, that's the one that belonged to you?
Yeah, we had a very good game, I would say. But obviously, in terms of tournament, when you miss chances, you know, at the end of the day, it's about points. I think we had a very good second half. We played very well, created a lot of chances. We had too many entries into the box, but the finishing was not there. So yeah, I think the girls gave a good account of themselves. We just couldn't get that goal, but we had a very good game. Yeah.
You talk about you not being able to finish. Does this make you then go back into your squad and look at which new combinations you can try?
Yeah, obviously, it's not about really combinations or what, because we really combined very well. The good combination play into the box, lots of entries inside there. Maybe we just lack the composure in terms of the finishing. Yeah.
Let's talk about Zimbabwe at the back. You did talk about your defense being a central part when it comes to the Zimbabwean side. Zimbabwe in the second half really raised the hand?
Yeah, very stable, very stable. I would say maybe besides that lapse in concentration on that goal that we conceded, otherwise basically the defense did very well. We had a very good shape, really, defensively. They were tracking well the runners. We knew what we were up against is in terms of Mozambique's attack, and they did very well. But just that one moment really that made the difference only. Otherwise, they had a very good account of themselves.
And finally, Coach, before I let you go, just quickly, what does this then say going forward into the competition? First game, first loss against Mozambique. You played them last year. Then how do we move forward from this?
Yeah, it's a bit tricky because it's only 3 teams in the group. We only have one more match to play, so anything can happen. We just stay focused and we just approach the Lesotho game, and hopefully again we can become victorious on that one.
Well, Coach, hard luck and better luck.
Thank you.
That is Coach Sibanda of Zimbabwe, talking about it's still a good account for them, but it is tricky because they are in a group that has only 3 teams. Now is the coach of Mozambique. Coach, it looked like you had to defend for your lives in that second half. In the first half, the wind played in your favor. Let me know what you make of the game.
Okay, so let me say congratulations to both teams, especially my team in first half. We played very well. As you say, the wind supported us. It wasn't easy for our opponent to play very well, but our strategy was to score in the first 15 minutes. So second half, the things change. So Zimbabwe dominated game, and then so in one situation, in counter-attack in maybe the last 3 minutes, we have an opportunity and then we lost. So maybe the draw, it could be a good result. See what both teams was doing during 19 minutes.
Coach, let's go to the goal that was scored within the first half. Obviously, as a coach, I do know that you do practice set pieces. That was one that was created, well, taken as a set piece, even though the wind worked in your favor. But as a coach, how does it feel seeing what you've practiced coming into play and actually benefiting the side?
Okay, so the set pieces, as you know, is very important. Now it's crucial. We need to work at different moments of the game. I'm talking about offensive situation, defensive, and the transitions. So the set pieces is one of the moments of the game. So we work hard. We train yesterday. I'm so happy because this situation we do yesterday in training. So it was a pitch of yesterday.
Yeah. Coach, today we saw that it is Vasco who was a threat when it comes to the middle of the park for you, and Zimbabwe in the second half then came and closed her down. Does this then go back to make you plan then for the next games, because she is a player that a lot of people are going to be wanting to close down?
Okay, we're going to see first the game, so how did we play it? We'll analyze the different moments of the game, and then so we're going to try to see next strategy for the next opponent against Lesotho. I think it will not be easy because Lesotho has got a good team. We played 2 friendly matches 2 weeks ago in Mozambique. We drew both games. We have to respect them. But if you find a team which is very close as well, we need to be fast. When you keep possession, find space, playing wider, and then to put them to open, to give us a space, and then we need to score. So I'm so happy. This message or these results for Mozambican people, because now we see that we are growing up.
Well, Coach, you're at the top of the log. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That is Coach Victor of Mozambique talking about the performance that they put up. He says he does believe that a draw was something that Zimbabwe did deserve. However, it is them that get the maximum points. And just like that, that's how the sun sets right here at the Isaac Wolfson Stadium. It is Mozambique who secure and continue their domination up against Zimbabwe. Earlier on, obviously, we saw another encounter within the Group C. And let me tell you, if anything is to go by, the goals that we're seeing within this competition, trust and believe that there are many more goals yet to come. This has officially been day 3 of the COSAFA Women's Championship. Match day 1 is not over though, as we will continue tomorrow. From myself and the rest of the team, have yourselves a good day further.
The wind is now one of those factors. Ball whipped into the box. Keeper makes a mistake. That's the opening goal. And Daniel Kuta seems to be a player, but it was played short, whipped in, unmarked. Ball into the box.
I think that there were quite a slow communication between those two defenders, because that number 11, she came in between them.
Well, it's all the queens that play out, not forgetting Highlanders as well, contributing immensely to women's football. When you look at Mozambique as well, you also have players or teams like Aldi Luchinga, Costa do Sol, União, Desportiva. Here's a keeper that makes some saves, and players stayed down. Looks like Virginia Fernando. That ball was a teasing ball, header helped on, and definitely when you're looking at Mupeti, who's just come on, initially looked to be in an offside position, but that ball Keeper gets a hand to it. Mupeti benefits, doesn't get a hold of that. You got to give credit to the goalkeeper. And the clash of the legs, Rumbidzai all the way back to Ngube. Ngube sends a long ball up front. It is Zimbabwe who will give chase in the form of Katonga. Keeper comes out and misses that ball. They have it played right. Had privilege Mupeti in the right spot. Cut the ball, take a time. Amelia Banze was beaten. As that ball could have done so much with it, stop that ball, but look at a roving run and then get into the midfield, get a couple of combinations. When you're playing with the wind, don't hack it forward. It comes back as quickly as you receive it. Here's a chance for Mupeti. Chance that's gone a begging, an empty net, and still couldn't find the back of the net.
On that position, she was supposed to relax and pick the space where she wanna put the ball, not to rush.
Well, that had goal written all over it, but also this is throw in. Mozambique have the opportunity to, and a mistake being made. Here's a chance for Mozambique, and the goalkeeper makes a brilliant save. Angela Mutua, the player who was asking the questions, look at that run. Angela took that ball and took it rather quickly. Maybe another push, benefiting from the mistake made in that defense. Good hands, safe hands. Very quick to react. That Daniel Shooter to capitalize, as well as Alvaro. But keeper comes out and closes that angle, launches another long ball, but here is Zimbabwe, and a mistake by the goalkeeper on that occasion gives away the corner. Had that been in line with the goal, we could be saying Zimbabwe won. Bounce of the ball getting the better of. And we would have given that goal to Vanessa Lunga, right?
Yes.
In the middle of the park there, combining with Kazembe. We've had 3 points is in the bag for Mozambique. A hard for 3 points. That's proving to be difficult when you look at the head-to-head. Now 9 and 5 draws, 4 wins for Mozambique, and Zimbabwe with 3 wins. The goalkeeper really performing very well to keep the scoreline respectable and keeping a clean sheet. That are yet to play their games. But, we'll confirm the scoreline as Mozambique run out winners by 1-0. A goal that was scored by
No, it's okay. Yeah, thank you very much. I think we were a good game. We just conceded a silly goal, and we created chances, but we couldn't get a goal.